Hello, this video is going to demonstrate how we can run a demographic search on our MarketEdge tool. So when we run a search on MarketEdge, there are a couple of different things that we can look at. One, we can take a look at this at a national level. So I could select all the states that I wanted to see. But for demo purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and select one state here. But we can also narrow it down by a zip code, by the 3-digit or the 5-digit zip code. Within the quote parameters, this is going to pull up any quotes that are ran if you were wanting to look at how many quotes were ran for a Plan F in our quoting tool. Maybe it is a non-tobacco, age 65 female. So if I wanted to pull up how many quotes were ran in Alabama matching these parameters given this certain time frame from, so this is just going to pull in the last month here, and then I'll just select the quote history with metrics and hit run search on here. So it will take a couple seconds here just to kind of generate, especially if we are doing the entire US. It will take a little bit here. So that's just why I did just the one state of Alabama here. So what we're really interested in here is looking at the different demographics for this particular area. So as I hover over and change from zip code to zip code, I can see a couple of different things here. One, I can view the amount of quotes that were ran in this area in the CSG quoting tool, and I can also see the population over age 65 and the population turning age 65, as well as the Medicare supplement policyholder count and Medicare Advantage enrollment numbers. I can also see here how many agents reside in this particular area. So looking at this zip code in particular, I can see the MedSup and Medicare Advantage is fairly the same for that population, but that could change as I hover over different areas. I can see here that this 3-digit zip code 350 has way more Medicare Advantage than Medicare supplement policyholders. So as we kind of hover over the different zip codes, that's where we can really see that this is a high MedSup area or a high Medicare Advantage enrollment area. So let's say we're going to go back here to this particular zip here, just because fairly even amount of MedSup and Medicare Advantage enrollment numbers. So I want to zoom in a little bit further to see if there are pockets where there's more MedSup. So what I'll do here is I'll just go ahead and load this zip code, and it's going to give me an option to view some additional 5-digit zip codes within this area here. So I'm going to zoom in. Now I have this 3-digit zip broken up into the 5-digit zip codes. So as I hover over here, I can see that this area has a little bit more Medicare Advantage. Not too much more, but definitely more than MedSup. This area here is pretty even. Can kind of hover over and change those different features here. And since we are now in a 5-digit zip code, we can now see that median household income as well here. So we have that, we have the population over age 65, the turning age 65, and then the MedSup and MedAdvantage enrollment numbers. So that's kind of how this tool will work if you want to look at the different demographics and what's kind of all included in a certain area that you are searching for. It's very helpful. And I can always go back to the view that I was looking at here. So let's see if I can always quickly change. So if I wanted to look at a different state, or if I wanted to go back to Alabama, I can always refresh my map that way and take a look back at the entire state. So if you have any questions on how to use this demographic feature on the tool, we'd be more than happy to answer any questions you may have.